what we're going to be discussing now is we're going to build a block wall with a control joint going through the bottom of it, and we're going to be giving a window and door opening in a block structure, and at the top we're going to be setting a lintel going over that window opening. The first thing we're doing is going to be talking about control joints. And a control joint in a wall is basically a break in the wall that has no mortar. So basically what happens if this wall basically gets hit, it has room to give and it doesn't take the whole wall down, or if there's expansion in the wall or anything of that sort, it will expand and contract right at the control joint. So pretty much what Zach did is he did a layout and he laid the first course, and basically where we're putting the control joint in this wall is right here. And this is a type of a rubber control joint. There are so many ways, different ways of establishing a control joint, but basically what happens, it sits in the sash of the block of the corner. So you're going to have two corner block, and this is where the wall is going to separate. This type rubber control joint will sit in here, and this will be able to give the room of the wall either giving, or if it gets hit or whatever. This wall basically is split in two in order for that to happen. So when we come back, he's going to have this up 3 courses high, and we'll show you how this control joint and everything ties in. The key to putting this control joint is, of course, keeping this plumb and straight all the way up, so that you have a straight line going all the way up through your control joints. Control joints usually 20 feet increments is where we usually roll. The last time we talked about the purposes of a control joint and its uses and purposes in a block wall. It's basically just to separate a wall in case it gets hit or you have expansion. But what we were going to do is just take it up 3 courses high and then stop and do the video. But Zach was rolling and we kept it going. Instead of going 3 courses high, we took it 6 courses high and leveled off with this control joint to hit the window open. So right now, what we did after we hit the control joint and went 6 courses high, we have a window. So it all depends on the measurement of the window. Depends on how many courses high we go and how long we go. This time we decided to go put a 2-foot by 3-foot window in the structure. Basically what they do is we would do the structure like this, and then they would come back and fit the window to fit. So it's really important to have the sides of the windows plumb and level and the height to hit, because basically we are paid to hit heights. So basically what he did was he came up, we did a layout of 1.5 blocks, went 3 courses on both sides, ran the line, and then what we did was we set the lintels. Concrete lintels can bridge over the window openings or door openings so they can fit, and we can build block, up higher. So basically what we do is we hit this height, we set the lintels, and the key to the lintels, block run 8-inch increments. So whenever you're setting a level, it should have 8 inches, minimum of 8 inches of brickwork on either side to hold the weight and evenly distribute the weight. So basically what we did is we came up, we set the lintels on the top. There's a lintel inside and outside to make up the 8 inches. You can go a total of an 8-inch lintel, but boy, they are heavy and hard to handle. So 2 4-inches can do the same job. So basically what we did is we ran that lintel, and after that, after we have our control joint in, the lintels are going across, we can run up. Now we can form, if they wanted, a control joint right here and run it all the way up the existing of the height of the wall. So that's pretty much a jam block lead with setting up a lintel over a window height and laying up a course above.